Welcome to the newest installment of the Untitled Film Nerd Project. My name is Philip, and joining me as always is Teacher.
Hello.
And we continue on with our 5th annual 31 Days of Horror, where we watch a different horror movie every single night in October. And we're on October 14th, and our movie was Our House. Before we get into it, spoiler warning now! If you want to avoid spoilers, skip ahead to the time code you see on the screen. So let's get into cast and crew rundown. This was directed by Anthony Scott Burns, and the only thing of note I saw was he directed a segment of the movie Holidays, which we still need to see, and his segment was Father's Day. This was written primarily by Nathan Parker, whose very first ever screenplay that was made was the movie Moon, so I thought that was interesting. And this was there was a credit given to Matt Osterman because this is basically based on his movie Ghost from the Machine. Now onto the cast. Ethan was Thomas Mann. He has been in Amityville The Awakening, Kong Skull Island, and Beautiful Creatures, among other things. Matt was Percy Hines White. He was in, or it might still be in, I'm not sure if it's still going on, The Gifted. He was in 11/22/63, A Christmas Horror Story, and in that series Between. Becca was Kate Moyer. She has an uncredited role in the movie It. And Our House is only actually her second role. Hannah was Nicola Peltz. She was in Avatar The Last Airbender, the movie, as Katara.
Interesting.
Yeah, unfortunately. She's also in Inhumans, Bates Motel, and she was in the Transformers Age of Extinction movie. Now some minor cast. I thought it was worth putting on here. The guy that was like the owner of the hardware store, Jacob, was Neil Whiteley. And I mentioned him because he was in Pyewacket.
Oh, okay. He was the detective.
Yep. And he was in a couple episodes of Hemlock Grove. The dad was John Ralston. And the only thing he might be known from is he was in Degrassi, the new one, as Miles Hollingworth II. So if you watch Degrassi, there you go. And I'm assuming the mom was Allison Hosack, Lila, I'm assuming. There was no picture, and it's not named mom or dad on the cast. So, and she has no picture, so I'm guessing. And if it is her, she's been in a bunch of TV, but just nothing that was like, wow. The neighbor Tom was Robert B. Kennedy. He's been in a lot of minor roles, but he was in Suicide Squad and that sci-fi show The Strain. And Dag was Lucius Hoyos, and he was in Heroes Reborn and also in the series Between.
Okay.
And that is cast and crew, unless you have someone else to add.
No.
Okay. Let's get into our initial thoughts. I can sum up the movie like this. What? Oh, is it over yet? This movie's boring. This movie was like Groundhog Day without the humor. I was so bored. I was bored. I was just bored. You probably loved it.
I did enjoy it.
It was so boring.
It was a slow burn, but for me, this was kind of like, how do I put it?
The face I'm making right now is like, what?
Pulse light.
Ugh. Slow burn. Slow burn. Do you know when you light a piece of paper and it starts to burn a little bit and then goes out? You try and light it again, it burns a little bit more, but it goes out. That's this movie. That's a slow burn. Anyway. Ugh.
As I was saying.
Noted.
No, I thought the characters carried it well, and their motivation carried it well. Grief was a great motivator. I liked the ghost and
I did not.
the little mystery that they had going on. I thought was interesting too. I was absolutely fascinated by everybody's houses and just the layout. I mean, those houses were huge. But yeah, it wasn't a great movie by any means, but I did enjoy it.
I'm just shaking my head. We're on a trend now, folks, of TJ somehow liking really mediocre movies. The director has to be at fault on this, in my opinion. This movie had no pulse to it. It was the same thing over and over and over. This movie could have been 45 minutes long, and it would have been fine. The world building took too long, especially with as few characters as we had. The first half hour was decent, but after it was established what was going on in their lives, they rode that for the next 40 minutes until we went to a very subpar finale. I didn't like the ghosts. I didn't like the way they were done. I mean, it was better than what we saw last night, but only because they were smoky. Like, smoke ghosts are better than, like, obvious child actor just standing there. But, I mean, the only person's motivation I actually liked was the neighbor. And even then, it ended up with a lame-ass, poorly choreographed fight. And, yeah, I was not a fan. This was very, 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 very boring. While Thomas Mann, not a bad-looking fella, not my type, so I really didn't have eye candy to pull me through like last night. So, and he looks exactly like somebody, and I can't place who. It's so annoying. Like the way his face looks like another actor.
He always reminded me of what's his name from Stranger Things first season, the one that played Eleven's father or scientist that was over 11.
Matthew Modine.
Yeah. When Matthew Modine was much younger.
I'll have to look into that. But yeah, I wasn't a fan, and the trend, the trend of TJ being oddly forgiving, the boring movies, continues 2 in a row. Oh, God, you're killing me, Smalls. All right, Mr. Likes. Ugh. What was your favorite scene?
For me, favorite scene was probably when Dag got the shit scared out of him.
Okay.
And Shadow was kind of chasing after him down the stairs.
I guess my favorite scene was towards the beginning when they were first trying to run the machine and we saw a little bit of the smoke come into the light bulb. I was like, oh, that's cool. Everything else, it was downhill from there. I mean, I guess favorite scene on the downer side was after Ethan found out his parents had died and his reaction to it, like sitting in the car. I like that a lot. I thought he did a good job there. The acting was fine. I'm not shitting on the actors at all. I'm shitting on the story.
Yeah, I thought the little girl's acting was really good.
For being her second thing ever, yeah.
And
there was a couple lines that were a little but even then, for her second thing ever, not bad.
Yeah, there was a couple lines where I'm like, I have no idea what the hell she just said.
But, yeah, so my issue isn't with the acting whatsoever. It's with the story and the direction, which was just facepalm. If any, holy shit moment.
I will give you this. I don't really have one.
Okay, because it was boring.
I wasn't bored, but I did, say that it wasn't a great movie, and in that sense, I could kind of see where everything was going. So nothing really shitted me.
I actually do have one. And this is the most oh shit we had in this one movie. When they broke the glass away and we saw the door of the safe.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, oh, shit.
And that is something that I think the movie did kind of drop the ball on, because I would have liked all that if it had turned out that the little girl's body was in that trunk or something.
Yeah. It should have been. It made no sense for it not to be. All right. If any, mediocre moment.
I actually should have saved that for the mediocre moment. The fact that, they brought up this little girl story and gave us a vault underground and no body.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I'm going to say mediocre moment is just the second 2/3 of the movie. And I'm not even trying to be an asshole. Like, I'm not trying to be like, ha ha ha. I thought after the half-hour mark, it just slowly descended into boredom. And I can't pick one specific mediocre moment because it just was just mired in mediocrity more and more and more and more, with little glimmers of okay here and there. The neighbor guy, okay. I liked when they talked to the older neighbor lady. I liked her. I thought she was a really good actress. And yeah. So that's mine. Second 2/3 of the movie.
I'm glad that the girlfriend didn't turn out to be annoying.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
was
That's true.
afraid it was going to be like a repeat of oh, what's that one that had the annoying blonde girlfriend? The Bye Bye Man.
Oh God,
I was afraid that she was going to be like a repeat of her.
she was annoying because she was a horrible actress. We
Yes.
should do a segment in the future of like top 5 worst actresses in
Mm-hmm.
movies. Okay, if any LOL moment.
mm, I don't recall any.
Yeah, me either. So no LOL moments for us on this one. And those were all for our breakdowns that I did not introduce because I was so eager to know what your favorite scene was. Is there anything else you'd like to add? You want to go to my notes?
Notes is fine.
Philip's notes. In the beginning, I thought, God forbid that Ethan should have his own life.
Mm-hmm.
Guilt trip smothering codependent family.
I mean,
Sheesh.
especially given what he was
Doing.
doing. I mean,
Yeah.
he's a scientist.
You're potentially the next Tesla.
Mm-hmm.
Give the kid a break. Jeez. Except for Murray, it's like he's trying to make wireless electricity. Like, that family needs to chill.
Yeah.
Just saying. Then the movie went full on guilt trip with the parents dying.
Mm-hmm.
Then we had 3 months later. And then remember the teacher said that Becca was having trouble interacting with other children? I was
Mm-hmm.
like, of course she is. Her parents just fucking died.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Like, should she be happy and talky and no?
I think they were playing guilt well as far as
Mm-hmm.
the
Mm-hmm.
characters.
Yeah, yeah.
Even Matt, the brother, was. You could tell that there was a lot of underlying anger
Mm-hmm.
there.
Oh, Matt was the star of the movie to me.
Mm-hmm.
That kid did a really good job. So yeah, he did really good at being angry and sad, but
Mm-hmm.
being a teenager and not knowing how to express it. So yeah, definitely, he was definitely a star of the movie for me. And then I thought to myself, like, do they not have grandma and grandpa or other family, or
Mm-hmm.
are they on this island unto themselves? And then we didn't see the girlfriend for a while, so I thought, did she just dump him? It's like that's kind of shitty. Like, she came back, but if she was there for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And then I thought to myself, even if Ethan makes this thing work, you know some corporation's just going to patent it and steal it from him.
Oh yeah, or squash the technology.
A la Edison
Mm-hmm.
and Tesla, who got fucked.
Mm-hmm.
FYI, listeners, Edison was an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
I did like about the brother being honest about what was going on when he was talking to Ethan in the car. As you know, I like when characters are honest with each other. I hate when they, what's going on? Nothing. Like, oh my god, just tell him.
Mm-hmm.
And then someone said, see you later, Lightman. I was like, is their last name seriously fucking Lightman? I didn't look into that, but it could be. Then later on, he's looking at his wipe-off board, and he sees the words other dimensions and contact and pathways. And he's acting like he's just putting it all together. But didn't he write it on the fucking board in the first place?
Mm-hmm.
So when he wrote it, he should know what's okay, whatever. Okay, so much like with Deadpool 2, where they had the conversation about toilet paper and wet wipes, that I loved because I've had that conversation. There was a conversation or a line that was said that I've actually said and believe in. So it was, our consciousness has a frequency. So where does all of that energy go when we die?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I've said that for years. Ever since, going back to when I was like a teenager and really into science and studying, energy and all that stuff. It's like we are just a bundle of energy when we die. The energy has to go somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's true that energy cannot be created or destroyed, and we are recycled energy, what happens?
Mm-hmm.
It makes you think. Then I wrote, I'm so bored. Because I was. Until the reveal, were you getting weird vibes from the neighbor?
Yes. Oh
Yeah, that was some creepo pedo vibes going on for about 20 minutes. He was staring at Ethan. He was staring at the brother Matt like he was a snack.
Mm-hmm.
All that was missing was him licking his lips like the guy in Summer of '84. There wasn't too many jump scares, but there was an unnecessary jump scare with music when the neighbor just appeared in the garage
Mm-hmm.
at the height of his creepiness. And then after Ethan goes to his house and they have that talk. Go back and watch this. This is funny. Ethan's walking back from the neighbor's house like he just had butt sex for the first time. I swear to God. Go back and watch it. It's really funny. For being trapped in a trunk in the basement, Becca can sure scream loud.
Well, never underestimate the screaming power of little girls.
That was like echoey. All the way upstairs. Minor mediocre moment for me was that machine looked like it was made of like the cheapest plastic ever because it broke like that.
I did like Ethan's breakdown even during breaking the machine.
Yeah. And then I thought to myself, when you left, your sister was missing. Maybe go faster, run back home. You're just like, hey, Mr.
Just
Neighbor guy.
because you broke the machine doesn't mean everything's okay.
Exactly. Then we got some horrible end music. That was, we get a bro nod between Ethan and the neighbor. I felt bad for Dag.
Yeah.
He's riding his bike and waving by. I'm like, aw, his friend's moving.
But I don't think they moved far. Because they said that they were 10 minutes away from school, so...
Yeah. Then we had an unnecessarily long epilogue thing. And with a really lame end. Okay, the doll's there. Okay. I don't care.
Yeah, that is something that I would have preferred in an ending like Pulse, where even after they destroyed the machine, that they had completely opened the door.
Yeah, exactly. Which would make sense. So, yeah, those are all for my notes. Anything else you would like to add? You want to go to final thoughts?
Final thoughts is fine.
Final thoughts? Let's go. I will let you take the reins on this one because there's nothing I can say, honestly. So you're way more forgiving, which is totally fine. I'm trying to be a dick. Go first just so you can sell the movie to people who might be interested because I can't do that.
I did enjoy this movie. It's not a perfect movie. And I would recommend this to others. But again, a select amount of others.
I've been very vocal. I didn't care for this. I think I'm so vocal because we've watched so many meh movies this month so far. And it's just kind of being like, come on. And I'm not like at you or anybody else. Like we're deciding these together. But it's the films. It's like, come on. You know, for Pete's sake. I wouldn't recommend this even to the most diehard of We Are Still Here, This Is Not. I think that is a much better kind of version of this. And I would recommend that instead. If you're curious about it, check it out. You might like it. I'm not saying it's the shittiest thing I've ever seen. It's not. But I was bored. Pros, the acting was good. Cons, pretty much everything else. Kind of cool you have both sides of the fence here. I guess for the listeners, make up your own mind if you want to see it or not. Because, we have a yes and a no. So do with that what you will. And that takes care of final thoughts. But before we go, as it pertains to our house, what did we learn?
I learned that the old adage is true. The road to hell is paved with good intentions.
And I learned that on that road, I'm probably going to fall asleep. That was the perfect time for noted. You missed out. Well, that wraps up day 14. Thank you for listening. If you've seen Our House, tell us what you thought of the movie in the comments below. Which side are you on? The pro side or the con side? If you like the video, please hit the like button, share it with your friends or cool people who might dig the Fizzcast. And please subscribe to the channel, including hitting that notification bell to stay up to date on the newest content. Speaking of, for day 15, we'll be watching the movie Wildling. This is another TJ find that you brought to my attention, and we're both fans of Liv Tyler. She's in this, and that's about all I know about the movie, which is the way I like it. So that will be for tomorrow. So until then, once again, my name is Philip.
And I'm TJ.
And we'll return then to talk about Wildling. Goodbye.
Bye.